Hi, we are from LAX 2047 Poet Society from Group 80. And today we are going to record our video discussion number 2. I'm Aiman Haziq bin Abu Talib. My matrix number is 202633. I'm from Faculty of Architecture and Design. I'm taking architecture course.
Okay, my name is Muhammad Shafiq bin Muhammad Zaidi. My matric number is 203502. I'm from Faculty of Design and Architecture. I'm taking architecture course. Next.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Zul Azri bin Ahmad. My matrix number is 202699. I'm from Faculty of Design and Architecture and currently taking architecture course.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Hadi bin Zamri and my matric number is 202702. Currently, I'm taking architecture course in Design and Architecture Faculty.
Hello, everyone. My name is Muhammad Khairul Nabi Abdul Qadir, matrix number 200817. I'm from Faculty of Design and Architecture and taking the course of architecture.
Name is Muhammad Ali bin Shaidi. The matric number is 203796. I am from Faculty Design and Architecture and I am taking architecture course.
Okay, so for our first task in group discussion 2, group 1 will recite their poem based on the topic that they have chosen in last week discussion. Okay, so group 1, Khairul, you can start recite the poem first.
Okay, for the poem that we have created, so I'm going to start. Okay. Racism, constantly on the news. Racism, bodies left beaten and bruised.
Racism, another gunshot bangs, 1, 2, 3. Racism, black blood pools like the Black Sea.
Racism. They are trying to drown our voice. Racism. We ain't not got no choices.
Racism, you keep calling us these names. Racism, feel like I'm going to down in flames.
Racism, there's a heavy weight on my back. Racism, from your every word, look and attack.
Racism. You are in there high upon your thrones. Racism. While we are out here breaking our bones.
Racism, yet we stand. We will continue to demand. Racism, yet we fight. We will remove this parasite.
Such a
Thank
great
you.
poem. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Round of applause, guys.
Okay, so that is our poem for the topic racism from group 1. From me, Khairul Anwar and Zul Azri.
Yeah,
Yes.
you have done a good job, guys.
Yeah.
Such a
Thank you.
beautiful poem.
Give
So
clap to yourself.
yes.
Yes. Yes.
So what we have to do next?
Okay, for our second task this week is to analyze the poem line by lines. So we are going to study the word choice, the meaning behind every words, and the message that the poem is intended to spread to the public, and the effectiveness in addressing the issue that we have chosen the past week. Okay, so for the first line, who's gonna analyze the poem?
Okay,
I think
for,
Khairul Anwar.
Anwar.
Yeah.
for the first line, I will go and analyze it. Okay, so to give a brief understanding, first I will
Reread.
reread this line. Okay, racism, constantly on the news. Next line is racism, bodies left beaten and bruised. So for the first line and this this part is the racism constantly on the news. So what's the meaning behind this? So as we know, lately in this latest year 2020, the event that happened that occur and involving the part of racism happen around the world, especially in America. And the most interesting part about it is that it happened and it's not secretly happened. It's already on the news, on everyday news, on the internet. It's all there, but um, it's it's become wonder how the it's not been have been stopped yet. It's already on the news or on the net. We read it everywhere, but it still happened. So, and is that's the meaning behind that line. The next line is bodies left racism, bodies left beaten and bruised. So the effect of racism is not only the word that the people speak, the letter that people wrote, is the effects has become physically intact, like the what happened to uh, George Floyd, where is beaten by police. He's a black guy and is beaten by a white male. And from this, we know that racism is not only affecting how we think, how we spread the word, how we hear it, but it's affecting until its effect on our body is become harmful to the others. So it's where it's become very crucial that we know that racism is not a simple thing. It's very harmful and dangerous, and we all should um, have some uh,
Empathy.
sympathy towards the people who are being related with the racism issue. So that's for the first line of this poem. And now we should move on to the second line, I think.
Yeah.
Who would like to share?
Okay, for the second line, I will analyze the poem. Okay, so first I'm gonna reread the second line first. Racism, another gunshot bangs. 1, 2, 3. Racism, black blood pools like the Black Sea. Okay, for the first part is racism, another gunshot bangs. 1, 2, 3. Gunshot bangs means that people had been killed in the name of racism, meaning that they use the name racism as an excuse for them to um, kill people that are different race from them, such as white, or killing black people, or black people killing white, or Asian people and other races as well. And 1, 2, 3 meanings the amount of people that had been killed in the name of racism, which mean that many people in the total of many years. And then racism, black blood pools like the Black Sea. And in this part, black blood particularly shows that the black people had been discriminalized by the police officer, especially in America, where they had been killed, although they are innocent. So they are solely killed for their skin color, not because of their not because they make crime or anything else. So pools like Black Sea is some kind of metaphor that means their bloods flood the land of the America itself, which means the country itself is full of racist and racism problems. Okay, so I think that's my analysis for lines 2. Okay, moving on to
So
line 3.
Yeah. So I'm gonna continue with the analysis of line 3. Before that, I'm gonna repeat what is the line 3 about. Racism. They are trying to drown out our voice. Racism. We end up got no choices. So for the racism, they are trying to drown out our voice. This means that, as Khairul and Aiman Haziq mentioned before, what is happened at the America, how the black people was uh, beaten by the police officer. So the continuity from the case, the black people try to point up or uh, uh, point out their voice to the authority or government with the issue that they are facing among them. But here is happen how the government and police officer control to hide and did not even hear their voice or taking care about them. And then for the second line is we got no choice. That's mean they how they do point up their voice to the public or any news or newspaper or webs any kind of blog. But they still don't have any choice. Okay, so for the second line is we not got no choice. So from this part, we can the continuity from the drawn out our voice, which is the black people around the America all over the world. Uh, Even they have point up their voice into the news or newspaper or blog any kind of website. But right now, they still do not have any choice to get their justice or others to hear their voice to protect them and uh, to get a same kind of service like others who are living at the area. This issue is not fair to them. Yeah, I think that's all for the line 3. We should move forward to the line 4. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna read the first phrase from the racism poem. Racism, you keep calling us these names. Racism, feel like I'm going down in flames. For the first line, racism, you keep calling us this name. This line issues about the people, especially white people, uh, calling black people uh, curse words or abusive calls. Uh, for example, I can give what they call the black people as a nigger at American, which is this show the racism case at America is very high. And for the second line, the phosphor is racism. Feel like I'm going down in flames. This is which is um, the victim, the black man especially, feel the racism can make they feel insult, and it also automatically can raise their self-anger, which is can increase they are killing themselves because of their depression of this issue. And racism also, and I think the black man and American also can feel other people always downgrade them because of their skin and race. So I think that's all for my phrase. So we keep going to the next person.
Okay, for the fifth phrase that have been stated by Ayman Aziz, which it sounds like racism. There is a heavy weight on my back. Racism from your every word, look, and attack. So in this case, at the first line, we can see that the poem want to tell us about more about the responsibility, more about the responsibility. Okay, when it comes to responsibility that have been handed by the wrong people, it may cause trouble for the other peoples or the weakest. So, but sometimes in the second phrase, they have tell us about sometimes people take that advantages to the responsibility to use it to oppress the weakest.
Okay, for the next line, the line is racism. You are in there, hide upon your thrones. Racism, while we are out here breaking our bones. From the first line, uh, it's mean that the people who are stating or being racism feel powerful and they think they are stronger than the one that uh, they insult. That
The
that
minority.
person, yeah, the minority, that person does not think about other feeling. They just state what they think and stating what the fault that the others do. They also just talking about others because they does not care about the others feeling or the kindness that the other people or other what we call other other people kindness. They just speaking generally because of some other issue that have been raised from the internet or social media. For the next line, which is racism while we are out here breaking our bones, it means that uh, the one that being racist, that being oppressed, the person that have been insult, the minority are still struggling with their life, and the surrounding people that hate them and blaming something that they doesn't do. The one that being racism should put their shoes on the victim shoes. They should not talking bad about others and insulting them, uh, because not all people are bad. It's only few uh, that doing the mistake. There's still kind person out there. I think the meaning ends there. We can move on to next agenda for our discussion.
Okay, I'm going to analyze briefly the last line. I'm going to read it first. Racism, yet we stand, we will continue to demand. Racism, yet we fight, we will remove this parasite. Racism, yet we stand, we will continue to demand. Means the minority or the people who have been oppressed will stand for their justice and will continue to demand for justice and the same protection and treatment. They expect the same treatment as anyone else in the same country. And racism, yet we fight, we will remove this parasite. Um, they will fight,
They fight together.
yeah, we fight together, yeah, to remove the racists in their country. Okay. I think that's all for the poem analysis for today's group discussion. And lastly, we are going to judge its effectiveness in addressing the selected issue. I think this poem is very effective, and I hope people out there would can reach this poem, can read this, and can analyze it on their own and take some messages from the poem itself. Okay, so anyone can give some.
Opinion.
I think I would like
Yeah.
to add something that will make this poem more valuable. So, as you can see, we are now talking about racism. Think about races that all human have. So we all have variety and very much type of races, but um, the thing is, when we're going about this issue about racism, we are going about not only about other people, not only about someone we don't even know, like the example I give before, the America and all that. The the issue is it happened not only to them but to us as well. That's why in this poem, we are using the words like you and we. They're representing that the racism issue is not
General.
yes, it's general. It's happened to all of us. It's not happened to
Yeah.
only certain of group, not only happened to a group that we don't know, but it's happened to us as well. So in order to fight the racism, like the last phrase, like yet we fight, we remove this parasite. This issue should be taken seriously by everyone
Yeah.
to
To
uh
improve their understanding.
yes, to improve their
Yeah.
And
understanding.
I think, yeah, I think the basic one is the common sense.
Yes. Common sense
Yes.
is
Yeah,
the
common
true.
sense. Do not ever judge people by just looking their skin or
Their race.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Any,
Anyone else?
anyone would like to add something before we end?
I think by understand this poem, I think we can make this world be a better kind person to each human and make a better world.
Yes, I agree.
I
Yeah.
think this poem is effective to send messages, and uh, it also suitable with the global issues that we are facing. I think this poem are valid, and Group One have done a group job, great job.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so to conclude, we all can agree that racism can happen to anybody, to any best of us. So don't generalize people and don't judge people by their skin color or their race or what language they speak, what religion
Okay.
they are. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's all for our group discussion today.
Uh,
Okay, I hope we all can meet again next week to hear from group two poem which is violence. Um, okay,
we will prepare the poem and recite to you next week. That's all
okay.
from
Good
Yeah.
luck.
us.
Good luck
Okay.
to group two for their poem.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay,
thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Group
thank
one, you
you.
have do a great
okay.
job.
We see again next week.
Next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Alright.
you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
See you.
Bye guys.